dreams and regrets cast their shadows here!
Once upon a time in the beautiful city of Kensington, there lived a family named Davies. Little Wendy George and David Davies would sit in their playroom telling stories of a far-off place called Betwixt and Between, where a daring young boy named Peter and his little fairy friend lived with all the lost children. No one ever grew old in Betwixt and Between. They stayed young forever. I could never stand the clatter of a typewriter.
Oh, full moon. No, that's how it's bright. That I watched from my evening to quiet shining face appeared above my high clouds. This was only the last time you looked down on my feet. Beneath the light high on the hill, watching the shadows that fade into a dim light. The soul no longer gasping in the smoke of morning's midnight lamp, bathing your dreams to well again.
Only of life burns darkness into you.
Who's there?
Cravings. This is the path.
Her body. Flawed form. It hurts.
With sweat and blood and words always at hand. A magic domain not fit for a man.
I should get better.
Neither one nor the other.
Riddles.
There is another world.
Better.
Not better. Unearthly.
She didn't leave the window open.
Evening guard changing, ancient trees holding. Look, land severing, skyward and falling.
It's barred shut.
Leaves you unbelonging, less dark than home silencing, far less eternal than stars nightly rising.
The light's gone out.
Leaves you entangling, bound right, comprehending your life once a stone, once a star.
The majesty of a child's death burning. The mankind of her going with the great truth. Blaspheming down the stations of the breath, without any further effigy of innocence and youth. After the first death, there is no other.
Is that you, David?
Mother, no. It's me, Mother.
David? Oh, Jimmy, it's you. Death made David my forever boy. Time will take you too.
No, Mother, it won't. I can disappear. It won't find me. I don't take up very much room.
If only that was true.
I'm not frightened.
I failed to get between death and my David. I wasn't a good mother. I couldn't tighten up his mind and put things straight. All children except one grow up.
I'll fly from death.
Why can't you stay like this forever, David?
inside his house, mother thinking she's her arm around another little boy.
Mother! Mother!
But she heard him not. In vain he beat his little arms against the iron bars. What a glorious boy they meant to be to her. Ah, Peter, we who have made a great mistake, how differently we should all act as a second chance.
Because there's no such man as not most of us. When we reach the window and lock out time, the iron bars are up for
A
life.
man who has not passed through the inferno of his passions has never overcome them. Whenever we give up, leave behind, or forget too much, there is always a danger that the things we have neglected will return with added force.
When we meet a man who interests us and is perhaps something of an enigma, we may fall wondering what sort of boyhood he had. And so it is with writers who become inquisitive about their own creations. Their own creations. Their own creations. I thought him out as carefully as was possible to me, but I suppose I saw the end more clearly than the beginning. I meant merely to summarize his early days, but I was loath to leave him. Loath to leave him. Or perhaps it was he who was loath to grow up, having a suspicion of what was in store for him. But though we may put off the evil day as long as we can, come it must in the end. There are times when my wit sparkles and cuts. At other times I walk in the shadows, ruminating with the mighty dead. The mighty dead. The mighty dead. The mighty dead.
Such a sweet thing. The little traitor seems to be asleep. I've never been contented to waste my time upon the dead. I prefer full cheeks, a youthful curly head. When the corpses come, I have just left the house. I feel, as does the cat, about the mouse.
Tuesday, April 5th, 1960. An old man is seen pacing in the underground station. The echoing sound of the train vibrates the dark tunnel. The old man hurls himself forward into the light. 63-year-old Peter Llewellyn Davies took his own life while the balance of his mind was disturbed.
Cause of death certified Wednesday the 13th. Multiple injuries, legs and skull. Threw himself in front of an underground train, killed himself. Peter Llewellyn Davies was one of 5 siblings that inspired Jane and buried Peter Pan. Barry became the guardian after the death of their mother.
May 19th, 1921, Mr. Michael Llewellyn Davies and Mr. Rupert Buxton were found drowned while swimming. Speculation that the pair died in a suicide pact. Mr. Davies won a third day of Barry's adopted sons.
March 15th, 1915. Second Lieutenant George Llewellyn Davies died from gunshot wounds to the head at the age of 21 while serving in the trenches in Flanders. Davies was one of Jane Barry's adopted sons.
David Ogilvy Berry died January 29, 1867, son of David and Margaret Berry, brother of Alexander, Isabella, Sarah, Agnes, Jane, Elizabeth, Mary, Margaret, and James. Cause of death, fractured skull after being accidentally knocked down while ice skating.
Renewed his pain with mournful repetition. That tracks his devious labyrinthine chain, and makes the good she's and fortune tore them, from happy hours and left me to deplore them.
It's quite a small island, uninhabited. There are trees, quite a number of them. There seemed to be nothing very particular about this island except that it is curiously complete in itself. There is a tiny lake out of which a stream flows. That was all I noticed, though it became the most dreaded place in the world. Legend has it once there was a boy whose parents brought him to the island.
Yeah!
Is someone there?
Someone is always there.
Where are you?
Halfway down the stairs, stair where I sit. There isn't any other stair quite like it. I'm not at the bottom. I'm not at the top. So this is the stair where I always stop.
Are we playing hide and seek?
Are you afraid of
afraid of anything.
Then why are the night lights?
I was writing.
Where did the rocky island sloop within the lake? There lies beneath the island of flapping herons wake the drowsy water rats. There we pit our fairy lads, full of berries and of reddish stolen cherries. Come away, O human child, to the waters and the wild, with a fairy hand in hand. The world's more full of weeping than you can understand.
No, that's not how it goes.
Kommt ein Weltständiges Kind zum Basteln und zum Wildnis, mit einer Fee Hand in Hand. Die Welt ist voll Schlangen.
No!
Verstehen
That's
kannst.
not how it goes!
Luigi, spare me, meine Gott! Und dann dir von mir!
Stop!
Stop!
Stop! Stop!
Boy, why are you crying?
She has no thought for me, only David. He was 12 years old. Not much happens after we turn 12, but it was a blow to her. She used to tell me stories of her own childhood. Now that little girl appears in all my stories. He will always be her little boy. Time is chasing me.
Psst. It's an illusion.
What?
All of it. You, me, it's all in your imagination. It slips through, unsaved. Come with me.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes, to find your mother.
No, she'll say I'm old.
But we need to find the birds first.
Birds.
Birds? The birds carry the spirits of dead children. They will lead us to her.
How?
A mother leaves a part of her heart with the spirit, and that's why the birds sing so sweetly. It really is a lovely sound. But don't cry when you hear them. They don't like the crying.
What happens if you cry?
It upsets them. It puts nightmares into the hearts of mothers. It's time to fly.
I'm not able.
You're not able.
I'm not ready.
You're not ready. Watch the birds. They know. Happy thoughts. Smile through the pain and you'll get there. You'll make it to the other side. You think it is make-believe, but make-believe and true are the exact same thing. You slipped and fell into the daylight. It's time to revisit the myths you knew as a child. Before the lost days, maybe you a lost boy.
I'm not ready.
I'll give you a kiss. Surely you know what a kiss is. Do you believe in who you were meant to be?
Yes.
Only fear will keep you from flying. If she does, it's all a dream to her. An illusion, remember?
How does she get here?
Through her dreams. She dreams of flying with the birds. They calm her and stop the nightmares.
Do you suffer them?
Suffer what?
The nightmares?
The dreams.
The nightmares.
Follow me.
Peter was very upset when he heard Wendy say that this was to be her last night in the playroom.
But that means no more stories. Unless I take you all back to betwixt and between with me.
That would be wonderful! Everyone but Peter's little fairy friend agreed that it would be very fun.
So how will we get there?
All you've got to do is fly.
And with a sprinkle of fairy dust and his fairy friend's wings, they soar into the sky betwixt and between. It's a beguiling place. The light is born every day, and it dies every night. You create it, and you will kill it. You're chasing a heart that was left behind. You're in the void now, old man. You keep a close eye on me, don't you? It's a curse, you know.
Curse.
Time. The vulgar way it tantalizes you with youth, and yet the whole while a sorrow lives deep within, waiting to devour our innocence. A place in thy memory, dearest, is all that I claim.
Смотри,
To
какая
pause,
слышишь?
look back.
Вдох,
Now
Мария,
here's the sound of my name. Another may woo thee nearer.
Твоя ночь
Another everywhere. I
Не
care
важно,
not though she be dearer. If I remember thee.
меня.
Wait, just a while longer.
I have to go.
Wait.
Don't worry. I'll leave the window open.
Down below there's a waterfall and lagoon. And a pirate ship.
Arr.
forest and a town filled with the lost children!
The pirates are going for a nasty drone called the book.
Because he had a hook for a hand.
Thanks to a curious incident with Peter and a hungry crocodile.
One day, the swashbuckling sword fight with Peter. The crocodile had got a taste of Hook's hand.
And followed him around ever since, looking for another taste of that.
Sweet taste! When they got to the twist in between, Peter took Wendy, George, and David to the camp to meet the lost children.
Yay! But then, he and Wendy went off to visit one of the beautiful lagoons together.
While Peter and Wendy were off visiting lagoons, Hook snuck into the camp and captured all the lost children.
And George and David too.
No! When Peter's fairy friend saw what was happening, she rushed to warn Peter before it was too late.
Peter took off in the sky flying as fast as a flash back to camp, leaving Wendy behind.
Little did anyone know that this was Hook's plan all along.
Once she was alone, Hook's pirates swooped in and took her!
In which you heard her stories. She'd tell us stories too older to remember them being so vulgar.
Oh no, it's not our violation. You're easily deceived.
Everyone thinks she's their sweetheart.
And they are all trees.
It's not her fault.
No, she's part of your deception, imprisoned by your secret love.
Mother, grow.
That's my mother.
I missed the story.
No, we aren't allowed to speak of mother.
Don't worry, Peter isn't here.
Where's Peter?
He's been gone for days.
He's on a reconnaissance mission.
I wish Peter would come
Not
back.
need, I hope he stays away forever.
Yeah, forever. It's getting dark.
There was a rat in the cellar.
Pepper's fat on the grease and the butter.
The rat was cramped and infused.
Love had shoes and his vitals. All his love, shoes and his vitals.
Careful what you say. Peter will punish you.
Peter's not here. Besides, he doesn't care about you, but your conceit is charming.
He loves me.
Peter doesn't understand love. He only knows me.
Love and mistrust. Two sides of one breath.
to me when you look like that.
Like what?
Unhappy. You have this clever way of looking more fragile than you are. I've missed you so. You are... No, wait, don't tell me. I believe we share the same forename. Yes, of course, James! Oh, it's a pleasure. I smell the fear of a child on you, James. Are you that fond of being a boy?
He's come to see Mother.
Arabian Nights.
Oh, yes. I dislike it. I thought it was about knights, not knights. You see, I prefer stories of men who go off to distant lands, unexplored landscapes, and are good to their mothers. Let me tell you the story of a young boy. There once was a young boy who lived in a land of disappointment. He lived in the shadow of death and a nightmare of rejection. He was a failure as a man and then experiencing love. I call him the boy who hated mothers.
I don't.
You don't what?
Hate them.
You who have no mother. Well, not really. What use is she to you? Or should I say what use her?
She lost her.
You lost her! She chose death over the life that was around her. Children really are quite heartless, aren't they? A heartless child is easily callous and selfish because of their faith in a mother's love. When they have need of special attention, the child returns for it, confident that they shall be embraced. But your faith in your mother's love is broken, yes? She did not leave the window open for you. The window was barred shut. She clings to death as it crumbles through her fingers. Oh. Love, life, and death. Fragile things, my boy.
I want to speak to her.
Oh, yes, of course, of course. However, may I offer a bit of advice? Leave her to her pathetic ways. Let her go to the death where she wishes to be. It's good form.
Where's Peter?
So fond of Peter, are we, Wendy girl? Are you afraid? Afraid something has happened to your dear man? Well, fear not, I haven't done anything bad. There has been no betrayal, my darling. However, I must admit, Peter and I are a bit shocked. It seems you have betrayed us.
How?
How? By bringing a grown-up into betwixt and between! I know that position! Bewitching the love of a very young and innocent girl? I understand your depravity, mind you, but bad form, sir, bad form! Though you wish to capture her youth and innocence, time chases her as well, old man, and your efforts at kidnapping are a perversion at best. Oh, and as for your dear Peter, he is currently thinning out the lost children.
Thinning out?
Yes, they never stay children forever, you know. But of course, you know, if they seem to be growing up or voice that they no longer wish to be children, Peter thins them out and they become spirits.
Spirits.
Are they to die?
Why do you think there are so many goddamn birds? He often goes out alone. And when he comes back, you're never certain whether he had an adventure or not. You may forget it completely and say nothing about it, but when you go out, you find the body. On the other hand, he may say a great deal about it, and you will never find the body. You know, I must admit with brutal frankness that this conceit of his is his most fascinating quality. Come, follow me.
Peter!
I waited for you.
I thought I lost you. I was afraid.
Afraid of what?
Same thing as you.
What am I afraid of, Wendy?
Do you really thin them out? Aren't they afraid?
Why should they be afraid? It's our greatest adventure.
I thought I
I've lost you.
I know why you've come. But you're going to leave disappointed. Do you know the worst part about growing up? Trying to find the answers. The young ones ask so many questions, and then one day they're quiet. The grown-ups try and tell us what they think is the truth. At first I listened, but little by little, all I hear was their regret, so I stopped listening. This is where we belong. I'd rather rot here than live in a world of regret. He wants to be one of the dead. Tell me, what has he done to deserve it? Let him suffer with the rest of the grown-ups. As for you, well, you shine brighter in my memory.
Stop it! Stop it, please!
Bad form. Disfigured degenerate.
That's a bit below the belt, don't you think?
Tick-tock, tick-tock.
Harassment from a child.
I didn't think you'd survive this long, and yet, here you are. Why do you have to spoil everything? We had fun, didn't we? I taught you how to fight and how to fly. What more could you want?
I don't fly.
I know. James.
Fly, 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 you coward.
Coward! Well, I'll fight you with one hand behind my back.
You wouldn't do old hook in. I'd go away forever, and then where would you be?
Forever.
Mangled freak. Look, your claws twitching.
Tick-tock, tick-tock. Too much grown-up talk.
Peter!
The cage that's all I need.
Is she to die?
I'll save her if you promise to be my mother.
I'd almost rather have no children at all.
No matter, I forget them after I kill them. You were never a very good mother anyway. Careless.
Untie her.
To whom am I speaking? You stupid, perverse little man. Why are you even here? You create a fantasy world for life. You kidnap innocence and youth. You are pathetic.
Let her go.
Let her go. Oh, I'll let her go. She's dying.
She's already dead.
She's dying.
Let her die!
are the children safe now, unlike we were long ago. Candle, candle, are the children safe now? Sing their song of long ago. Candle, candle, are the children safe now? Unlike we were long ago. Candle, candle, guide us and protect us from the in darkness. From the in darkness. Luli, Luli, thou little tiny child. Bye bye, Luli, Luli.
Time catches us all. Darkness came and hid him from himself. He is not found again until a time of night not marked by clocks, has an hour to itself which a woman carries in her breast.
There is danger in this night. Opasная ночь. A danger children fear.
He said that if he told my mother of the things he had done, there would be but a single step between him and me and death.
Obbligazioni magiche.
Doomed. Am I doomed?
One of us is doomed.
What's to do?
That's entirely up to you.
He has killed them all.
We could clap our hands. Throw my turkey. Don't let them die. Clap if you believe. Clap, clap.
God, you're putrid.
We are your horror.
You were a hallucination.
Illusion. You are just a little boy in a story. The riddle of your life. Have you not lived long enough?
Leave me be. You sicken me.
Do you really believe that? Come, I will guide you. Never loosen the bonds that plunged her into the depths of misery. Smotree!
I will sit at the window and wait.
Do you keep a light burning?
There is someone out there.
There is no one. Illusions.
He lingers in the mist to lose the light and lock the window. The last time of anything is always sad. Don't you think?
My mother has murdered me. My father has eaten me. My little sister alone picked up every bone. In a cool place she puts them away. Into a fair bird I now have grown.
Fly away. Fly away.
I groped for reasons until I wearied myself. All I knew was that she had ceased to love me. I had won her love, but I could not keep it. The discovery came to me slowly, as if I were a most dull-witted boy. I did not see that when she began to puzzle me, she was already lost to me. It was as if, unknowing, I strayed outside the magic circle. He was still a boy. He was ever a boy, trying sometimes as now to be a man. And always when he looked round, he ran back to his boyhood, as if he saw it holding out its arms to him and inviting him to come back and play. He was so fond of being a boy that he could not grow up. Sadder far than any word is the tragic story told in the phrase, I might have been.